CBS.
Stay tuned for Galaxy High.
Saturday. This is CBS.
Doyle's new friend essentially tells the tale of a fish out of water in the form of the character of Wolfgang, who comes to Galaxy High as a guest for the Hands Across the Universe dance. What I found odd is how he just randomly shows up to school and starts terrorizing the students with horrendous pranks. Not to mention his introduction teased at the fact that he has less than aesthetically appealing look about him, which given the character's initial reactions to Wolfgang's appearance would usually garner sympathy if he wasn't such a douchebag. If I can be serious here for a moment, but
who the fuck actually behaves like this? Nobody! That's fucking who!
There. Glad I got that out of my system, because Wolfgang literally has to be a complete sociopath to even begin to be capable of the mental gymnastics required to believe that type of behavior is acceptable in any social setting. Not to mention his laugh, which is indicative of the fact that he is a complete psychopath, and here's every time he cracks up hysterically during the show. Enjoy.
It's not your pizza, Luigi.
If I had to listen to it, so do you. Now, on with the review. You know what? No, I'm not done with this. Let's break down every point in the show where Wolfgang was a complete psychopath. Okay, so he torments Doyle, further sullying his already questionable reputation and social status at Galaxy High, squirts ink into Milo's face when all Milo wanted to do was welcome him to Galaxy High. He flips a sign around that Bowie Bubblehead is painting, and God knows she has enough mental issues as it is. He pulls a full-on U.S. election and switches some ballots around and proceeds to blame Doyle. Gives Bitty McBrain an exploding apple full of worms. Almost causes permanent hearing damage to an entire class by increasing the volume of a recording they were listening to the maximum level. Gives Wendy a swim cap full of water when she wanted to keep her hair dry. Almost causes a teacher and student to drown in gym class. Basically poisons everyone at Luigi's Lunar Pizzeria. And he throws yellow paint all over Beef, Roland, and Earl, which they automatically blame Doyle for because they're all racist. There, I said it, it's out there, and we can move forward. Beef, of course, thinks that he's going to be crowned king of the dance, to get back to that story arc, despite the fact that Milo was vastly more popular amongst his peers, mostly due to the fact that he's not a perpetual bully and a complete sociopath, which Beef's uppance doth come to a certain extent in this episode at the hand of Wolfgang's malfeasance, or hoist by his own petard if you prefer that. In the midst of Galaxy High's ballot scandal, Wolfgang had the foresight to allow the tampered ballots that were indeed fixed to see that Beef would be crowned king, but that's not the fun part. Beef, in all his pomp and circumstance, automatically assumes that Amy will be his queen. But this is the M. Night Shyamalan-esque swerve. Principal Bitty McBrain is elected queen. To the chagrin of our main antagonist, Beef, he's forced to get his boogie on with the principal, who, for all intents and purposes, is quite the dancer. Oh, and to get back at everyone for making Miss McBrain queen to Beef's king, Roland forces Wolfgang to assist him in one final prank to ruin the dance, which basically involves a big-ass wrench and smashing the control board for all the electronics, nearly resulting in the death of 3 students. But at least Wolfgang got his redemption, as he was the one to save Doyle, who of course got left holding the bag again after Roland and Wolfgang bailed on Doyle the last minute. For his part of God knows how many felonies he took part in, Roland receives 2 weeks on the detention planet, where he was undoubtedly sodomized repeatedly until he braided his hair and started calling himself Ronita. The end. I hope you enjoyed this review.